we take for granted the people in our lives, and that includes our spouses. And to be honest, my hunch is that we take for granted our spouse more than everybody else. Those of you who are married, those of you who inshallah will be married, I want you to wake up. I want you to wake up to the ni'mah that is right there beside you. The fact that another person has agreed to share their life with you, to build a life with you, to tolerate your nonsense, to make excuses for you, to love you in spite of your craziness, this is something to say alhamdulillah for. Anyone in this room perfect? Any perfect people in this room? Or who's imperfect then? Who's imperfect? Why are people scared to raise their hand? Everybody is imperfect. That's how Allah created us. So, if you find someone who's willing to walk this journey of life with you in spite of your humanness, this is something to say alhamdulillah for. Do you know how many people in this world have no one? Do you know that there are people in this world, many people in this world, maybe some in this room, who wake up every day knowing no one is thinking about me. No one is worried about me. No one is calling to say, have you eaten? How did you sleep? No one, I can't turn to anyone and say, I'm in trouble. I need help. Can you? Can we? There are people in this world who are dying from loneliness. And yet I see the people who have someone, they're unhappy. They're not satisfied. It's not good enough. It's not enough love. There's not enough time. There's not enough grace. There's not enough affection. There's not enough. There's not enough. That's why I say, I want everyone here, inshallah, if you have someone in your life, to wake up to the blessing of that person. It's very easy, and shaitan loves it when we focus on the faults of the other person. Yes? It's very easy to do that because we all have faults. Every single one of us. So if we, every day, continue to look at the faults of the person. Why doesn't he do this? Why is he always doing that? Why does she never do this? Why must I always? What happens? We build a picture that is not true. And we start to believe a picture that is not the truth. It's not the whole truth. The people who survive, the couples that find happiness with each other, what do they focus on? What do you think? What do you think they focus on? Couples that are happy together, that are able to make a good life, what do they focus on? The king. What is going well? What the person does well? What you like about the person? What you love about the person? And ultimately, what you're grateful for. Please, wake up to the barakah of your wife and your husband. Because one of the biggest issues that we're facing today is that we're not grateful and it's not enough. We are tired of this person, tired of dealing with this person, sick and tired of it. You know that A, B, C, D that he always does? I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to deal with it anymore. Sure, brothers feel the same way sometimes. But one of the things that we need to realize, and I actually have a list here. I have a list, and I am going to share the list with you. But when we hear people nowadays, and I want to say especially sisters or women, because women talk more than men, right? Would we agree with that? Yeah, women are much more open. If they're not happy in a situation, they're going to talk about it. Men, not so much. They're going to keep it in and then do what they need to do. But women, we talk. So you can hear the issues that are coming up. Now, as a disclaimer, I'm not talking about situations of outright abuse, okay, on either side. I'm not talking about relationships that are destroying people, okay? Please, let's be clear. Women can destroy men, and men can destroy women, because human beings have that ability. So I'm not talking about relationships that are destroying the people inside. I'm actually talking about your average relationship. I can hear some of the younger people saying, average? Who wants an average relationship? I want a fantastic relationship. I want an amazing relationship, a wonderful relationship. That's what I want. Do you know one of the biggest issues that is affecting the ummah today? Our expectations of our marriages. Look at our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Was his relationship with his wives perfect? Did they disagree? Did they argue? Did people act out of pocket? Yes. He was displeased with them, they were displeased with him, because we're human beings, and that's how it works. And it's beautiful. We've been groomed to aim for this picture-perfect scenario. The picture is just a smokescreen. It doesn't exist. One of the expectations that we have, or one of the reasons why we're so unhappy, is because our expectations are here and our reality is here. And how it works in life, in everything, the gap between your expectations and your reality is where frustration lies. That's where we get frustrated, right? So if you start a new job and you have an expectation that the job is going to be whatever it is that you think, and you go in and it's more like here, you start to feel dissatisfied, right? You start to feel frustrated. It's normal. There's a very simple cure for us. What should we do? Lower your expectations. In line with the deen, in line with the seerah, in line with the sunnah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never promised us that we would never face trials. In fact, this dunya is a place of test and examination. And your wife will be a trial for you. And your husband may be a trial for you. Not all the time, inshallah. I'm calling for us Muslims to have a more grounded, realistic expectation of our marriages. And when you have good, please, don't take it for granted. Be grateful for it. Be grateful for it. Celebrate it. Thank your spouse. Make dua to Allah for Allah to increase them, for Allah to increase you. Make your home a place of solace. One of the things that I have on this list here that I've noticed over time, and this is especially, I think, with more recently, we've completely forgotten what an Islamic marriage is all about.